All right, so let's start off today in a child's pose. And inhaling here and exhaling. On an inhale, walking your hands over to the right side. Exhaling here. Then on an inhale, walking them over to the left. And exhaling here. And then walking them back to center. And just coming into a tabletop position. We're going to take our right leg back and just kind of rolling it back and forth, kind of stretching out the plantar fascia and the calf muscle. And bringing that knee back into tabletop and taking the left leg back. And coming back into a tabletop. And inhaling as you look up at the sky. Exhale, looking down at your navel. Inhaling, looking up. And exhale, looking down. And then coming back to a tabletop, tucking the back toes under, coming back into a downward facing dog. Pedaling out the legs. On an inhale, coming forward into a plank pose. Exhaling back to a downward facing dog. Inhale forward to a plank. Exhale back to a downward facing dog. Inhale forward to a plank. Exhale, knees, chest, chin down to the mat. Inhale the baby cobra. And exhaling back to a downward facing dog. On an inhale, taking the right leg up, bending the knee and opening the hip. And making some hip circles. And then reversing the direction. And kicking the right leg straight out behind you, inhaling here. Exhale the right foot between your hands. The left knee comes down as you come into a low lunge. Inhaling here. And exhale, planting the palms, straightening that right leg, sinking back towards the left heel. Inhaling here. And exhaling. And bending the right knee, tucking the left toes under, coming back to a downward facing dog. On an inhale, the left leg comes up, bending the knee and opening the hip. And making some hip circles in one direction. And then reversing the direction. And kicking the left leg straight back behind you, bringing the left foot between your hands, the right knee comes down as you inhale into a low lunge. And exhaling here. And straightening that left leg, sinking back towards that right heel. And then bending the left knee, tucking the right toes under, coming back to your downward facing dog. On an inhale, bending your knees, gazing forward. Exhale as you walk your feet to your hands. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, forward fold. Inhale, the arms come all the way up overhead. And exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, coming back to a plank pose. Inhaling in plank. Exhale, either knees, chest, chin, or chaturanga. Inhale the upward dog or baby cobra. And exhaling back to a downward facing dog. On an inhale, bending your knees, gazing forward, and walking your feet to your hands. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, forward fold. Inhale, the arms come up overhead. And exhale, folding forward to warming up our bodies. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, coming back to a plank pose. Inhaling in plank. Exhale, either knees, chest, chin, or chaturanga. Inhale to upward dog or baby cobra. And exhaling back to a downward facing dog. Inhaling through the nose and sighing it out through the mouth. On an inhale, bending the knees, gazing forward. Exhale as you either hop or walk, feet to hands. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, forward fold. Inhale, the arms come all the way up overhead. And exhale, sitting in your chair pose, Utkatasana. Inhaling here. And exhale, folding over. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, meeting back in Chaturanga. So either walking the plank or jumping into your Chaturanga. Inhale to upward dog. And exhaling back to a downward facing dog. On an inhale, the right leg comes up. Exhale, the right foot between your hands. Left heel comes down. Coming into a warrior one. Inhaling here. Exhale, opening to a warrior two. On an inhale, reversing the warrior. Exhale, cartwheeling hands around the right leg. Right leg comes to a three-legged down dog. Inhale, forward to a three-legged plank. Exhale, three-legged chaturanga. And both legs come down in upward dog. Exhaling back to a downward facing dog. On an inhale, the left leg comes up. Exhale, left foot between the hands. Heel comes down as you come into your warrior one. Inhaling here. Exhale, open into your warrior two. On an inhale, reversing the warrior. Exhale, cartwheeling hands around. Left leg comes to a three-legged down dog. Inhale, forward to a three-legged plank. Exhale, chaturanga. And both legs come down in upward dog. And exhaling back to a downward facing dog. On an inhale, bending the knees, gazing forward. Exhale, walking or hopping feet to hands. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, forward fold. Inhale, sitting back in your chair pose, Utkatasana. Exhale as you straighten your arms up, hands to heart center. Inhale, the arms come up. And exhale, sinking into your chair pose. Inhaling here. Exhale, folding forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, meeting in chaturanga. Inhale to upward dog. And exhaling back to a downward facing dog. On an inhale, the right leg comes up. Exhale, the right foot between your hands. Back heel comes down, coming into your warrior one. Inhaling here. Exhale, opening to the warrior two. Inhales, reverse the warrior. Exhale, coming into extended side angle. Gazing over that left arm. Inhale, reversing the warrior. And exhale, coming into extended side angle. This time taking your left hand to your left hip. Slowly walking your right arm out. And slowly balancing on the right leg into Ardha Chandrasana. Gazing over the left fingertips. Inhaling here. Exhale as you bring your left arm down, coming into your standing split. On inhale, bring your right hand to your right hip. Exhale, opening towards the right, coming into reverse half moon. Inhaling here. Exhale, planting the palm again, coming into your standing split. On an inhale, both hands come to heart center. Exhale, coming back to your high lunge. Inhaling here. Exhale, opening to your warrior two. On an inhale, reversing the warrior. Exhale again, coming into your extended side angle. And this time straightening the right leg, coming into Trikonasana. Gazing over the left fingertips. Inhaling here. And exhale, planting the left palm, squaring off the hips. Coming into your pyramid pose. And then bending the right knee, coming back into a three-legged down dog. Inhale forward to a three-legged plank page on. Exhale into chaturanga. Inhale to upward dog. And exhaling back to the downward facing dog. On an inhale, the left leg comes up. Exhale, left foot between the hands. Back heel comes down, coming into your warrior one. Inhaling here. Exhale, opening to your warrior two. On an inhale, reversing the warrior. Exhale, coming into extended side angle. Inhale is reverse the warrior. Exhale, extended side angle. This time the right hand comes to the right hip, left hand out in front as you tilt forward, coming into your half moon Ardha Chandrasana. Inhaling here and exhaling. And then bringing your right palm down, coming into a standing split. Inhaling here and exhaling. The left hand comes to the left hip as you twist and open towards the left. Inhaling here and exhaling. Left palm comes back down into your standing split. Hands come to your heart center on an inhale. Exhaling back to your high lunge. Arms up overhead. Inhaling here. Exhale, opening to your warrior two. Again, on inhale, reversing the warrior. Exhale, coming into extended side angle. And this time, slowly straightening that left leg, coming into your Trikonasana, maybe shortening your stance. And inhaling here. Exhale, bring your right palm down, squaring off your hips. The back foot can come in a little bit, folding over that left leg into pyramid. Inhaling through the nose and exhaling. Then bending that left knee, coming back to your three-legged down dog. Inhale forward to a three-legged plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Both legs meet in upward dog. And exhaling back to a downward facing dog. On an inhale, bending your knees, gazing forward. Exhale, walking or hopping, feet to hands. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, folding forward. Inhale, sitting back in your chair pose, Utkatasana. Exhale, hands come to heart center, slowly standing up. Inhale, the arms come up overhead. Exhale, sitting in your chair pose, Utkatasana. Inhaling here. Exhale, planting your palms, coming into your crow, widen your knees. And bringing one foot up and then the other. Holding here for 3 breaths. Inhaling and exhaling for 2. And inhaling and exhaling for 3. Maybe jumping back into a chaturanga. Inhaling to an upward dog. And exhaling back to a downward facing dog. On an inhale, coming forward into a plank pose. Exhale, bringing both forearms down to the mat. So coming into your forearm plank. And paralleling your right forearm to the top of the mat. Shifting over to your right side, bringing the left arm up. Inhaling here. And exhaling. Left forearm comes back down to the mat. And then paralleling the left forearm to the top of the mat, taking the right arm up. Inhaling here. And exhaling. And then coming back to your forearms. Holding here for 2 more breaths. Engaging your core. And then planting your left palm into the mat and your right palm. Inhaling here. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale the upward dog. And exhaling back to a downward facing dog. On an inhale, the right leg comes up. Exhale, the right foot between your hands, coming into your high lunge. Inhaling here. And exhale, you're going to bring your hands to your heart center. Slowly tilting forward, coming into your warrior 3. Inhaling here. Exhale, bringing palms down to the mat for your standing split. Inhaling here. And exhale, the left leg comes down, coming into a low lunge. This time you're gonna take your right peace finger around your right big toe, or just stacking your legs on top of each other, coming into a side plank. Inhaling here. And exhaling. Inhaling for one more breath. And then bringing the right palm back down to the mat. Inhaling here. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale the upward dog. And exhaling back to the downward facing dog. On an inhale, the left leg comes up. Exhale, left foot between the hands, coming into your high lunge. Inhaling here. Exhale, hands to heart center, tilting forward, coming into your warrior three. And taking one more breath on the next exhale, planting the palms, coming into your standing split. Inhaling here. And exhale, the right leg comes down. Again, we're gonna come to the outside of the right leg, taking whatever variation you like, and bringing that left leg, stacking it on top of the right, or maybe just coming into a tree pose, wherever you are today. Inhaling here, and exhaling. And then planting that palm back down, coming into a plank. Inhaling in plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale the upward dog. And exhaling back to a downward facing dog. Taking an inhale through the nose and sighing it out through the mouth. On an inhale, the right leg comes up. Exhale, bring your right knee to your right elbow. Inhale, back up. Exhale, right knee to your right elbow, maybe taking the arm balance. Maybe bringing your chin down. Meeting in chaturanga. Inhaling the upward dog. And exhaling back to downward facing dog. On an inhale, the right leg comes up. Exhale, right foot between your hands, coming into your high lunge. Inhaling here. Exhale, left arm underneath the right, elbows away from the chest. And taking a back bend on inhale. On an exhale, folding forward, taking off, coming into a warrior three with eagle arms. Inhaling here. Exhale, slowly rising up, left leg over the right, coming into eagle. And slowly folding forward again. Inhaling here. Exhale again, the left leg back to your warrior three. Releasing your arms as you plant them down for a standing split. Inhaling here. Exhale the left hand to the left hip as you twist and open to Ardha Chandrasana. This time, maybe bending the left knee, grabbing hold of the ankle or the foot. Maybe bringing your right hand to your heart center and balancing. And then opening back up, bending that right knee, coming back to your warrior two. Inhales, reverse the warrior. And exhale, slowly straightening the right leg, coming back into your triangle, gazing over the left fingertips. On an inhale, bend the right knee, coming back to your warrior two. Exhale, hands around the right leg, coming back to a three-legged down dog. Inhale forward into a three-legged plank. Again, here you have the option to come to chin balance or just coming into chaturanga. Inhaling the upward dog and exhaling back to a downward facing dog. And taking 2 long breaths here, inhaling through the nose and sighing out through your mouth. Again, in through the nose and out through the mouth. On an inhale, the left leg comes up. Exhale, left knee to left elbow. Inhale, back up. Exhale, left knee to left elbow if you want to take the arm balance. And if you have the arm balance, maybe tucking that chin down. And all meeting back in downward facing dog. On an inhale, the left leg comes up. Exhale, left foot between the hands, rising into your high lunge. Inhaling here. Exhale, right arm underneath the left, elbows away from the chest. And taking a back bend here. And slowly shifting forward, coming into your warrior three with eagle arms. Inhaling here and exhaling. The next inhale, the right leg comes over the left. Exhale, sinking into your eagle pose. Slowly bending back forward. The right leg comes back behind you, coming back to your warrior three. Inhaling here. Exhale, the palms come down to the mat, coming into your standing split. Right hand comes to the right hip. You twist and open towards the right. Maybe bending your right knee, grabbing hold of the right ankle or foot. Maybe the left hand comes to the heart center. Remembering to breathe. And slowly opening back up if you're in the bind. Bending the left knee as you come back to your warrior two. Inhales, reverse the warrior. Exhale, straightening the left knee and coming into your second triangle on the side for the day. Gaze over the right fingertips. Inhaling here and exhaling. And then bending the left knee, coming back to your warrior two. And slowly cartwheeling hands around the left leg. Left leg comes to a three-legged down dog. Again, taking the option of the chin balance, skipping the vinyasa, or just coming into a straight vinyasa. Inhaling to plank. And then exhaling. And meeting back in downward facing dog. Inhaling here. And exhaling. On an inhale, bending the knees, gazing forward. Exhale as you hop or walk, feet to hands. Inhaling, halfway lift. And exhale, forward fold. Inhale, the arms come all the way up overhead. And exhale, bringing hands to heart center. Inhale and bring your arms up overhead. Exhale, sinking into your chair pose. Inhaling in chair. And exhale, you're gonna twist to your right. Either staying here or maybe opting for your side crow, planting your palms, creating a shelf with your triceps. And slowly balancing. And coming back into a twisty chair. Inhaling here. Exhale, taking that left leg back, coming into a twisted lunge. Either opening up your arms, maybe taking the bind, the left arm will come underneath the right leg. Just twisting and opening, gazing over that right shoulder wherever you are. Inhaling here and exhaling. And on an inhale, slowly coming up into a high lunge. Exhale, opening to a warrior two. Inhale is reverse the warrior. Exhale, coming into extended side angle. Bringing the right arm underneath, coming into your bind. And gazing over the left shoulder. Inhaling here. Exhale, gazing at your right big toe or your right foot. Walking the left foot in to meet the right, preparing for bird of paradise. All the weight in the left leg as you inhale, bringing your right leg up. Exhale, maybe straightening out that right leg. The grass is so challenging. Inhaling here and exhaling. Bending the right knee again, bringing it slowly back down and bringing the left leg back, coming into your extended side angle with a bind. Maybe straightening the right leg, coming into a bound triangle, still gazing over that left shoulder. Inhaling here and exhaling. Bending that right knee again, opening up your arms. Inhaling, coming into a warrior two. Exhale, cartwheeling the hands around the right foot. The right foot's gonna come to the edge of the mat, both hands to the inside of the right foot. Either staying here, coming to your forearms, coming into a lizard. Left knee can be lifted or released to the ground. If the left knee is lifted, releasing it down to the ground, either staying on your left forearm, bringing the right arm back behind you, or coming to your palms, bending the left knee, and grabbing hold of the foot with your right hand. Gazing over that right shoulder. And releasing that foot, planting your palms, tucking the left toes back under. If you want to come back into the arm balance from here, coming back into the arm balance. Meeting back in downward facing dog. Inhaling here and exhaling. On an inhale, bending the knees, gazing forward. Exhale, walking or hopping feet to hands. Inhale, halfway lift, and exhale, forward fold. Inhale as you bring your arms all the way up, and exhale, sitting back in your chair pose, Utkatasana. Inhaling here, exhale, hands come to heart center as you twist to the left. And again, either staying here or coming into your side crow as you plant your palms. Holding here for one more breath. And slowly coming back into your twisted chair. Inhaling here. On exhale, the right leg comes back into your twisted lunge. Staying in your twisted lunge. Maybe opening up your arms. Maybe bringing your right arm underneath your left thigh and grabbing hold of your left fingertips. Gazing over that left shoulder. Inhaling here and exhaling. The next inhale, slowly coming back to your high lunge. Exhale, opening to a warrior two. Inhale as you reverse the warrior. And exhale, coming into your extended side angle. Taking the bind. And gazing over your right shoulder. Inhaling here. And exhaling. And the next inhale, gazing down that left foot, walking the right foot in to meet the left, bringing all the weight into the right leg as you slowly come up, maybe extending that left leg out to the side. Maybe your gaze goes over the right shoulder. Bending that left knee again as you slowly take it down. The right leg comes back, so in your bound side angle. And then straightening that left leg, coming into a regular triangle or to a bound triangle. Gazing over that right shoulder. Inhaling here. And exhaling. Bending the left knee again, coming into your extended side angle. And slowly coming back into a warrior two. Inhaling here. Exhale, hands come to the inside of the left foot to the edge of the mat. Either staying here, coming down to your forearm, coming into a lizard pose. Back knee lifted or down on the mat. And then bending that right knee, the left arm comes back up, grabbing hold of the right ankle or foot, gazing over that left shoulder, feeling a nice stretch in that quad. Slowly releasing, planting the palms into the mat, tucking the right toes under. And however you want to get, we're going to meet back into a downward facing dog. If you want to take the arm balance in vinyasa, trying the arm balance in vinyasa. And once you're in downward facing dog, breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth. In through the nose and sighing out through the mouth. Now on an inhale, bending the knees, gazing forward, walking or hopping feet to hands. Inhale, halfway lift, and exhale, forward fold. Inhale, the arms come all the way up overhead. And exhale, bringing hands to heart center, closing the eyes, feeling your heart beating. Inhale as you open your eyes, bringing your arms up overhead. And exhale, folding forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, meeting back in chaturanga. Inhale, the upward dog. And exhaling back to a downward facing dog. On an inhale, the right leg comes up. Exhale, the right foot between the hands, coming into your high lunge. Inhaling here. And exhale, hands come to the heart center, tilting forward into your warrior three. Inhaling here. Exhale, hugging your left knee into your chest. Taking your right arm out in front, left hand to the side, preparing for dancer. And kicking back into your dancer pose. Inhaling here. And exhaling. Taking one more breath. Slowly rising back up, hugging your left knee into your chest. This time taking your left piece fingers around your left big toe, straightening the leg out in front of you. Inhaling here. Exhale, bringing it out to the side. You can always just have the knee out to your side, gazing over the right shoulder. Bringing your left foot back to center, releasing your left foot with your hands, both arms straight up overhead. Inhaling here. Exhale, bend the knee, hands to heart center, back to your warrior three. Inhaling here. Exhale, palms down to the mat for your standing split. So here, if you want to take 3 handstand hops, taking 3 handstand hops and then meeting back in chaturanga. Inhaling to upward dog and exhaling back to a downward facing dog. Inhaling through the nose and sighing out through the mouth. On an inhale, the left leg comes up. Exhale, left foot between your hands, rising into your high lunge. Inhaling here. Exhale, hands to the heart center, tilting forward, coming into your warrior three. Inhaling here. Exhale, hugging the right knee into the chest. Again, preparing for dancer, left arm out in front, right arm by your side. You slowly kick the foot back into your right hand. And taking a couple of breaths here in your full expression of dancer. And then slowly coming back up, hugging the right knee into the chest, taking the right piece fingers around the right big toe, extending the leg out in front, inhaling here, exhale, opening it out to the side, maybe gazing over the left arm. And then bringing your right foot back to center, both arms up overhead. Inhaling here. Exhale, hands come to heart center. Coming back to your warrior three. And inhaling here. Exhale, palms down to the mat. Coming into your standing split. Again, taking 3 handstand hops, coming back, meeting back in chaturanga. Inhaling to upward dog. And exhaling back to a downward facing dog. And either coming down to your forearms or coming into a child's pose. And taking a couple of breaths in child's pose. Inhaling here. And exhaling. Inhaling again. And exhaling. And then slowly coming back into a tabletop position. Inhale as you gaze up at the sky. Exhale, tucking those back toes under, coming back into a downward facing dog. Inhale forward into a plank pose. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale to upward dog. And exhaling back to the downward facing dog. On an inhale, bending the knees, gazing forward. Exhale, hopping or walking, feet to hand. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, forward fold. Inhale, the arms come all the way up. And exhale, folding back forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, meeting in chaturanga. Inhale to upward dog. And exhaling back to a downward facing dog. On an inhale, the right leg comes up. Exhale, the right foot between your hands, paralleling your legs. So coming into our side stretches. First, we're gonna bring our right palm directly underneath our shoulder, or directly underneath our chest as we inhale, bring the left arm up. And exhaling here. Bring the left arm underneath our chest, inhaling the right arm up. And exhaling here. And then bringing both palms down, trying to bring our crown of our head down to the mat, coming into the inversion. You inhale, slowly bringing the legs up, coming into your tripod. Playing around with any leg variation, maybe trying to come into a lotus, maybe just bringing your soles of your feet together. Holding here for a couple more breaths. And wherever you are, straddling your legs, slowly coming back down as you engage your core. Palms directly underneath your shoulders. You're gonna inhale as you bring your hands to your hips. Exhale, slowly rising up. And toes face out, heels come in. Inhale into a star. And exhale, bending your knees, coming into your goddess pose. Balancing on your toes, or maybe playing with one toe, one heel up and then the other heel up, or bringing both heels up. Holding here. Inhale as you straighten back into a star. Exhale, coming back into a goddess. And on an inhale, taking a nice back bend as you open up your chest. Exhale, your elbows come forward, you round your spine. Inhale, opening your chest. And exhale, rounding your spine. Bring your arms back by your sides, holding here for one more breath. And then straightening your arms and legs into a star. The right foot turns out, coming into your warrior two. Inhaling here. And exhaling, just sinking into the pose. On inhale, reversing the warrior. Exhale, cartwheeling hands around the right leg. The right leg comes back to a plank pose. Inhaling in plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale to upward dog. Exhale, back to a downward facing dog. On an inhale, the right leg comes back up. Exhale, your right knee to your left elbow. Inhale, back up. Exhale, your right foot through, coming into a fallen triangle. The left arm comes up, feeling a nice chest opening here. Inhaling here. And exhale, planting the left palm. The right leg can come back a little bit. Inhaling in plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, back to plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, back to plank. Exhale, the right leg comes back behind you. Bending your knee, opening your hip on an inhale. On an exhale, maybe flipping the dog. Coming into rock star pose, feeling a nice chest opening. Nice stretch underneath that right armpit. Inhaling here. Exhale, planting the right palm again. Coming back to your three-legged down dog. On an inhale, bending your knee, opening your hip. On an exhale, the right knee comes to the right wrist, preparing for pigeon pose, paralleling the right shin to the top of the mat. Inhale as you take the back bend. And exhale, folding over that right leg. And taking one more breath here. And slowly walking your palms back in, chest coming up, bending the left knee. The left hand comes back around, taking hold of the left ankle or foot. Staying here, maybe bringing the foot into the elbow crease, taking a king pigeon. And gently releasing, tucking the left toes under, coming back to a three-legged down dog. You inhale, bend your knee, open your hip, make some hip circles in one direction. And then reversing the direction. And bringing the right foot down to meet the left, pedaling your legs out. And coming to the other side as you bring your left leg up on an inhale. Exhale, left foot between the hands. And slowly coming into your side, your wide-legged forward fold. Inhale as you look up. And exhale, coming back down. Crown of your head down, taking any variation of headstand here. So if you want to come into a traditional headstand, just interlacing your hands, coming up, coming back in your tripod, or if you want to try straightening your arms back behind you, bringing your head down, with arms straight, breathing one leg and then the other leg. Remembering to breathe in whatever inversion you've chosen. And then taking a straddle pose, coming back down. Palms again directly underneath your shoulders. You're going to walk your hands to your right leg, stretching over that right leg. And then walking them over to the left leg. And again, bringing both palms directly underneath your shoulders. On inhale, slowly hands come to the waist. Exhale, slowly coming back up. The left toes turn out and the right toes turn in, coming into your warrior two. Hey, Nicole. Inhale as reverse the warrior. And exhale, coming into extended side angle. And inhale, reversing the warrior. Exhale, hands around the left leg. Coming back to your three-legged down dog. Inhaling here. Exhale, left knee to the right elbow. Inhaling back out. Exhale, left knee all the way through into your fallen triangle. Inhaling here. Exhale, planting the right palm. And slowly preparing for our chaturangas. Inhaling and plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, back to plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, back to plank. On exhale, the left leg comes back up. Bending your knee, opening your hip. Slowly flipping the dog. The left arm comes up and over, gazing over the shoulder and the hand. And then slowly planting the left palm again. Inhale, you bend your knee and open your hip. Exhale, left knee to the left wrist, paralleling the shin. Preparing for pigeon. Inhale as you take a back bend. And exhale, folding over that left leg. Planting your palms, walking your chest back up, bending the right knee, grabbing hold of the right foot, your hand, staying here, maybe bringing it into your elbow crease. Left arm comes up and over. Feeling real deep stretch in that right quad and hip flexor. Gently releasing your palms back down and tucking the right toes under as you come back to your three-legged down dog, bending the knee and opening the hip and making some hip circles in one direction. And then reversing the direction. And bringing that left foot down to meet the right. Inhale forward into a plank pose. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale back to a plank and exhale back to a downward facing dog. And again, we'll come inhale into a plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale back to a plank and exhale to downward facing dog. Then we're gonna come down to our knees into a tabletop. So we're gonna teach you a different arm balance. So it's called peacock. I don't know if you know this one. So both arms or hands are gonna face towards you. So your hands are gonna be flipped around. You're gonna kind of bend your elbows if you can, and you want your elbows to kind of stick into your belly. So it's kind of a little bit weird. Your elbow is gonna stick into your belly. And you slowly lift up. You can try it. It's like a weird, awkward type chin, that like, you're not supposed to be on your chin, but it's like an awkward type balance, but. What? Oh, you do it in lotus? Oh, that's interesting. Right, because the balance is hard. Yeah, you fall over more easily if you, so you can try it in lotus. You can bring your legs into a lotus position. What? Now the pressure is, or you can go, you can probably do it in a cross-legged seated position too, or if you try it with your knees bent, I imagine your distribution of weight is slightly different. So tuck your knees into your chest. Um, yeah, that's a lot. That's easier. Yeah. Okay. Anyway, sorry. No. That's you definitely. If I mean the full expression would be your legs straight, but it's just hard to balance because you're like off kilter, kind of. Yeah, it's all in the core, so we should come to some core. So let's come into a boat pose. Coming into a boat pose, inhaling here, exhale, hands to heart center into half boat, inhaling back to boat, exhale to half boat, inhaling back to boat, exhale to half boat, inhaling the boat and holding here, and bending your knees, hugging your knees into your chest, rocking forward and back, and coming into a standing position, coming into a forward fold, I mean. And then taking opposite elbows, coming into a ragdoll pose. Then planting your palms. Inhale as you slowly come all the way up. Then exhale, bringing hands to heart center. Inhale as the arms come up. And exhale, folding forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, coming back into a plank pose. And so we'll continue with our core work. Inhaling here. On exhale, the right forearm comes down to the mat, then the left. Inhaling as you bring your left palm into the mat, then the right palm. And inhaling, left forearm, right forearm. Exhaling, right palm, left palm. Inhaling the right palm, right forearm, left forearm. And exhaling, left palm, right palm. Inhaling here. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale to upward dog. And exhaling back to a downward facing dog. On an inhale, the right leg comes up. Exhale, bring your right knee to your right elbow. Inhale, back up. Exhale, right knee to left elbow. Inhale, back up. And exhale, your right foot comes between your hands, coming into your high lunge. Inhaling here. And exhale, hands come to the heart center, coming into a warrior three. Inhaling here. And exhale, hugging the knee into the chest. This time you're just going to take your left foot to the inside of the right thigh. Hands come to heart center, coming into tree. Just getting our balance and our grounding again. Inhale as the arms come up overhead and gaze follows. Exhaling here. Bringing your palms back down to your heart center. The left knee comes out in front, kicking the left leg back into your warrior three, and coming back into your high lunge. Inhaling here, and exhale, palms around the right foot. The right foot comes back to a plank pose. Inhaling in plank, exhale, chaturanga. Inhale to upward dog, exhale back to a downward facing dog. On an inhale, the left leg comes up. Exhale, left knee to left elbow. Inhale, back up. Exhale, left knee to right elbow. And inhale, back up. Exhale, left foot between your hands, slowly coming into your high lunge. Inhaling here. Exhale, hands to the heart center, tilting forward into your warrior three. Inhaling here. Exhale, rising up, hugging your right knee into your chest. The right foot comes into the left thigh, hands to heart center. Inhaling here. Exhale, the arms rise up, the gaze can follow. Figuring out your balance. And bringing your hands back to heart center, right knee in front of you. Kicking your right leg back into a warrior three. Coming back to your high lunge, inhaling here. Exhale, palms come down to the mat. Coming into a plank pose. Inhaling in plank. Exhale to the count of 5, coming all the way down to your bellies for 4, 3, 2, and 1. And creating a pillow with your hands, interlacing your hands, bringing one cheek to one side, and just shaking your hips from side to side. And then your other cheek to your other side. And then just taking our back bends today on our belly as opposed to our back. Bring your arms out in front of you. As you inhale, bring your arms and legs up. Exhaling here. Inhaling again. And exhaling. Just bothers your lower back, you can always interlace your hands at the base of your spine. And holding for one more breath. Slowly coming back down. Again, creating the pillow for one cheek. Maybe bending your knees, swaying your hips from side to side. And keeping your knees bent, grabbing hold of your ankles or your feet. On an inhale, coming up into a bow pose. Exhaling here. And slowly breathing in and out. Slowly releasing back down, palms come down, reaching back into a wide-legged child's pose, extending those arms out in front of you. And then coming into a tabletop position and coming into a cross-legged seated position. We're gonna come into a cow face pose. So you're gonna bring your right leg down and your left knee over your right knee. You're gonna take your right arm back behind you, grabbing hold of your shirt or your fingertips. Doesn't matter which one. Inhales, you take a slight back bend here, feeling a nice stretch in the tricep. Exhale, folding over those knees. And slowly coming back up, releasing the arms. And this time taking your right shin parallel to the top of the mat, the left shin on top of the right. Inhales, you take a slight back bend. And exhale, folding over those shins, feeling the deep stretch in your hips. And coming back up, reversing the direction. So your left knee is going to come down first, right knee over the left knee. This time the left arm is going to come up and over, grabbing the shirt or the right fingertips as they reach behind you. Inhale, taking a back bend here. And exhale, folding over those knees. And then slowly coming back up, releasing the arms, taking the left shin parallel to the top of the mat, the right shin over the left. Inhales, you take a little bit of a back bend here. And exhale, folding over those legs the best you can, feeling the stretch in the hips. And slowly coming back up, And coming to lie down on your back, heels together, and knees apart and heels together, feet together. Bring one hand to your belly and one hand to your heart. Closing your eyes. Drowning out any sounds around you. Putting away your to-do list for these couple of moments. Knowing that wherever you go, you always can bring your mat with you and your practice. This is your space and your time for yourself. It's just a matter of making sure you carve out that time. Either staying here, extending your legs out in front of you, coming into a full Shavasana. The next couple of breaths, taking any subtle movements, rocking your head from side to side, wiggling fingers, toes. Huh? Wiggling your fingers and toes. You can hug your knees into your chest, rocking from side to side, coming into a cozy position on one side. And slowly coming up into a cross-legged seated position. And palms facing up. Inhale as you bring your arms up overhead. And exhaling, hands to heart center. And one more deep breath. Inhale as the arms come up overhead. And exhaling, bring them to heart center. Namaste. Thanks, guys. I'm so sad that's your last class. I know, I was thinking, I'm like, her to-do list must be really extensive today. Like, yeah, I mean, it's like, there, the funniest story was when, so place where I got Mindy, so the trainer was like, she gave a service dog to one of the clients, and the first night that the client had her at home, she hadn't had any dogs. And she said, you know, she always like would call me anytime. She gives you her cell number, whatever. So the next day, the client comes in and says, I don't know what's wrong. She was having seizures all night. Like, I don't know. And so first, like the trainer, Sarah's like, well, why didn't you call me, one? And she's like, two, that's what they do in their sleep. Like, they seize like all night long. I feel like they just twitch all night long. I know, but think about it. Like, if you never had a dog, you might be like scared. You might like not know, right? Like, it would kind of be a little freaky, I guess, right? I mean, you know, in a certain extent, I feel like babies do that too. When they're not swaddled, they like wake themselves up. Right. And they start crying, and I'm like, you did that to yourself, okay?